Hey everybody. So today's November 11th, 11/11 day, 2024. It's 10:05 a.m. So remember an IPEC goat, I'm going to show you here in a second, but remember the stock exchange. So the apple in IPEC goat is representing New York Stock Exchange, the Big Apple, right? Now remember the fearless girl and the charging bull. Now, hopefully my thing doesn't screw up. But the Fearless Girl statue and Charging Bull are both bronze sculptures in the New York City that are symbols of financial power and gender equality. So she's the female power, meaning working in high places and stuff like that. You know, she's going to be equal opportunity. I do believe that's what it's meaning. The Fearless Girl and Charging Bull statue become a popular selfie spot and a symbol for gender equality. The Fearless Girl was originally intended to be a temporary installation, but her popularity led to a year-long extension. The artist of the Charging Bull was not happy with the Fearless Girl statue replacement, and the two statues were the subject of a lawsuit. A compromise was reached, and the Fearless Girl was moved to its current location. Interesting, right? So she must have been, I think she was standing in front of the bull, facing off the bull. Let's see if there's images of it before, because I remember seeing it in college. Interesting. Google's got a white dove going up in the air. Okay, yeah. This is where I bet you they had her moved because she's standing in front of the bull. So female equality in the men's, so it's like the stock exchange, it's like a man thing, right? But the females want in it. So they had her removed to another part. So I think in IPEC Go 2, that is her, right? So it's like when the stock exchange falls, or it must be that female energy that falls, you know, because Kamala's lost her power. And so when it's like saying that energy is falling, she ducks her head, the apple rolls, so and it goes over and hits Obama's boot and blossoms. So it's showing that something's going to break open, right? And I don't know if it's meaning the actual state or if it's actually representing just the money system itself. But we see here where she goes, everything goes dark, and she bows her head, and it rolls over and hits the boot, right? His boot, and then it blossoms. So a regrowth or a lotus flower, that's what it is. And then interesting, because in I think India or something like that, the top of our head represents a lotus flower. I've seen it that way before. But anyway, so because the lotus flower means a blossoming, evolving kind of like thing. But anyway, so this teardrop rolls down his face, right? Because now he's worried, and then it leaves the classroom. But so that is her, the little girl, the female energy, I'll bet. And then we see that. So she was moved. And then I remember, oh, I know whose channel I want to go to, Pax's channel, because this guy named Pax61 right here. Let's go to his channel. Right here. Perfect. Right on it. So this is Pax61, and he's, may God have mercy on your soul, right? This is a day ago, but he's going to come out with a new one today. But so he's got the stock exchange right here, and he discovered that the full moon and the new moon, let's see if we can go back.
The market, we all knew the markets were going to get juiced when Trump came in. So what happened? What happened, guys? When Trump came in, the markets got juiced on Rosh Hashanah. right here.
You see that white dot? So there's dots in here. One's a new moon and one's a full moon, I think. And the I wonder if I'll say it.
On the 5th, 9-5, it says sell on Rosh Hashanah, but you shouldn't be buying on Rosh Hashanah. And what should you sell? You should sell on Yom Kippur. Buy on Rosh Hashanah, sell on Yom Kippur. It's the exact opposite of the Wall Street saying, guys. The exact opposite. The Wall Street adage suggests U.S. stocks tend to fall over 10 days. The Jewish high holy days are observed. So investors would be better off selling beforehand and buying afterward. A mirror, guys. The damn mirror. Holy.
Okay, so, but there's like these dots on here. There's another video that he's got that talks. Let's go to his channel and see if we can see. If I can remember which one he was showing. Might be this one. I'm not sure.
47.
Might be this one. Let's check it out. Right here. Here we go.
So you're this far above the Bollinger Band, number one. Number two is that let's go back and see one other time how far this algorithm goes. I think it goes back to a year and a half. Okay, look at this. Just let's go back and look. First of all, before we talk about that red line, let's look at this. If I can move this arrow, let's see. This dotted line right here, that's the Bollinger Band. Look how far above the Bollinger Band we are. Let's go back.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch him saying it, but I know it's a full moon and a new moon. And so the moon is actually controlling, the stock market. And isn't that interesting that on IPGII, we look at the moon as the female on the moon. So I was looking at that because I can't remember whose channel it was, but I don't. But also I remember I thinking with that big flying dog, with the Never-Ending Story, with that queen on the in the palace. Oh, they had that child, and Leviathan or whatever, had to rename the child, give the child a name, and I think he named the child Moonchild. And so in Greek, the daughter of the moon name is Selene the moon. Once Kronos and Zeus the rain god was joined with her, Selene the moon, in love, and she conceived a bare daughter, Pandaea, all divine, exceeding lovely amongst the deathless gods. So, what is the child? The moon child is said to be a holy being that will bless the world and create a utopia by gathering the three moon objects. These are just kind of sayings, the moon child. So, however this is playing out, it's like somehow we're getting the stock market goes off the moon cycles. And then she is representing the feminine energy of, the moon. And of course, the apple that's rolling is for the New York Stock Exchange. So, and then, people are talking about, the Terminator, a bomb going through and breaking up. Maybe, let's check out what a lotus flower. Lotus moon? Oh, interesting. The lotus moon, skincare? What does lotus moon mean? The journey of life. The symbol of a spiritual journey, and moon is a symbol of physical journey. That makes sense. The moon is a symbol of physical because, we're down here. The moon controls the water. That controls the water in our body, the movement, like the seas, that type of thing. If you can catch my drift. the Greek goddess of the moon, Selene. Let's see. Also known as Mene, Mene. That looks familiar. Search for Mene. That is the god has no. The word Mene, or Mene. God has numbered of the days of your reign and brought it to an end. That's interesting. Oh, it's the writing on the wall. That's where I've seen that word. It's in Daniel. Mene, tekel, Persian. The writing on the wall. So if Mene represents Selene, the sun goddess, so Selene, I wonder what tekel, parson, tekel. Tekel. I wonder if tekel is like a tickle. Tekel. Tobacco or alcohol. The word in the Bible, a musician. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's like the stock market. It's being orchestrated, right? Okay. Parson. I wonder if we're going to be able to figure this out. Parson. Parson is an Arabic word that means divided. Oh, the Great Divide. It appears in the Bible as the phrase "Mene, tekel, parsin," which was written on a wall during a banquet in the story of Belshazzar. Daniel interpreted the words for the king, explained that God had numbered Belshazzar's days, weighed him, and found him wanting. The phrase concludes with parsin, which means that Belshazzar's kingdom would be divided and given to the Medes and the Persians. So interesting. So parsons means divided, and then tekel. What was tekel again? A musician, being orchestrated. I think that's the word. A divide is being orchestrated, and then of course, mean is French for meaning the moon. I bet. That is interesting. What do you guys think about that? And then the stock market being controlled by the moon cycles. Look at it. It's like, an ocean wave going up and down, up and down. And then when Trump took over, it jumped up, I think they said 1,500 points or something like that. They said they've never seen that before in history. And so I wonder, when we look at IPGII, I wonder if that's representing this somehow. If we can speed it up. Because, yeah. Oh, yeah. So that happens. And then we come outside and then everything falls. Everything starts to crumble. Because it's like there's a 11 right there. But I wonder if there's a 9 somewhere. Usually I'll see the symbol of 9/11. But hard to say what's playing out. Very interesting, though. Hope you guys enjoyed.